Assalamu alaikum guys. So we thought it would be good to kind of have a conversation, Amaarah and I, just sort of about how we felt our Ramadan went, how Eid went.
I feel like the vibe of this Ramadan was just weird. I don't know, probably to do with like the pandemic and stuff like that, compared to last year, because it was like right at the beginning, so I feel like we were a lot more hopeful.
What was different for you?
I mean, I was married this Ramadan, living with my in-laws, so that was definitely a big change. I think just generally coming to the end of lockdown and stuff, I definitely felt more drained and like worn out, which was tricky. But it did have its pros too.
Yeah, you came from a relatively small and quiet household to like quite a bustling, very Punjabi household.
Very, it was quite different, quite a lot busier, so much more busier than like what I'm used to, but it was nice. It was refreshing.
I'm used to the very small, quiet Ramadan, generally speaking. But I guess the difference for me was last Ramadan, because it was the beginning of the pandemic. I had our other cousin living with us. Prior to that, she was in the halls at uni, and obviously they'd all been sent home. So she was staying with us. So I had this really lovely experience that I haven't had, at least for years, since my brother moved out, where there was somebody else who was kind of sort of in the trenches with me. Yeah, so this year she was back at uni, so it was kind of me alone a lot again, but I wasn't fasting, so that made it weird. And then also my mum, I think there were days where she kind of was struggling because she was the only one who was fasting in the household, and I think she felt it a little bit that she was breaking her fast on her own sometimes. And I think as well the pandemic kind of broke us down since last time.
I feel like it's just like we started so positive and we had so much energy, and then like just as it's gone on, like it's just taken all of like your energy levels and I guess like not hopefulness, that's not the word I'm looking for.
I know what you mean. It wasn't last year, it wasn't that we were hopeful, it's that we kind of had this expectation that things wouldn't be the way that they were for that long. Whereas this Ramadan, almost a year later, after we were told, like, we all naive enough to believe that like
it was going to be 3 weeks.
We were going to be in a 3-week lockdown and then back to normal. The realities of the pandemic and the fallout of that, but also like lockdown in general and the effect that it's had on us personally, that has kind of all settled in, and we're a little bit more realistic about that now, and I think that made this Ramadan different. But so tell me some positives.
I mean, definitely
that you're
like
happy about.
The family aspect was really, really nice, like experiencing it with a new family. It was refreshing, like it was lovely. Obviously my first Ramadan with my husband, which was really nice. Definitely like I think like the positives were like family orientated. It was weird though, like not seeing my mum every day for iftar, because like obviously like I've always seen her, like it was kind of strange, but
I think you also had like you were dealing with this weird feeling, like kind of similar to what I was with my mum, in that your dad was doing itikaf at the end, so your mum was on her own,
but like she didn't want to see me. She wanted to focus on like on the Quran and stuff, which is fine, but yeah, it was a weird one because my dad was here and my sister is at uni in Sheffield, so she's not really been here for most of it. So we've been a bit scattered this year, but I don't know though. I guess another positive for this Ramadan was that the restaurants did open up outside, so it was kind of nice that I did get to see a few people and a few family members for some iftars, which was really, really nice. Like I really, really missed that last year. Like just being able to like break a fast with your family and your friends is just so lovely.
I mean, as I said, this Ramadan's been a hard one for me, but probably my hardest Ramadan ever. But I will say, to make a positive out of a negative, being in hospital in the last 10 days, obviously there's very little distraction. I wasn't working, I mean aside from vlogging the odd moments. So in the last 10 days I was able to kind of dedicate time to dua, in a way that maybe I hadn't prior to that. So that was something that was positive that came out of that whole situation for me. And also the fact that I got out in time for Eid, like that was such a big deal to me.
Oh my god.
Like literally the day before Eid, alhamdulillah, I was discharged. I was so ready to like self-discharge. And I've done it before, I would do it again. Like 100%, there was no way I was gonna miss Eid, but alhamdulillah, like they discharged me before that. And we got to do Eid together.
We did, like that is definitely 100% another positive, because as weird as this Ramadan was in comparison, we talk about that, and I guess it is supposedly a slightly more negative. Eid was such a positive. It was like, it's almost like we ended on such a high note, because we didn't get to see each other last year, and that was so hard because we're so family orientated. Like, so it was really.
We are literally like. Yeah, we like to call ourselves two halves of a whole idiot, and anyone who knows us knows exactly what that means, because we are a bit codependent. So it would have been really difficult to not see each other on Eid. But yeah, so I think that about wraps it up.
Assalamualaikum guys, so today's Eid, how exciting. We've just spent we had breakfast with my parents and also Cleo's mum and his sisters, which was really, really nice. And then we just spent the afternoon with my family, and now we're on our way to go see his family for the evening for Eid, so that'll be nice. I will update with all of the food I've eaten. I've eaten so well today, oh my god. I had an amazing breakfast, had so much for lunch and dessert, and now I'm gonna eat dinner and more dessert. So yeah, I'll check in later.
Yeah, we hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Like, I realised you've just seen us drop like flies throughout the series, but yeah, like unfortunately it's difficult to keep it up, so I understand completely why not everyone was able to, but yeah, inshallah we'll be doing more videos like this in future.
Inshallah we'll do another Ramadan vlog next year too.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's take a break now. Okay, bye.